She is the media queen from Gold Coast, Australia, Aldwyn, Altuney.
How are you? So, Iceman, I'm gonna go with you on this question. So, you go next door to a property and you take, let's say, an air conditioning because it's abandoned, it's in foreclosure, and it makes the news all around the world for no reason, right? You do something good for a community, you give back to charity, you help people, you go out of your way. Doesn't seem to make good news anymore. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Being in the public eye for a very long time, since the age of 16, how in today's market, in a world of fake news, where negativity leads the world, can good news stand out? Or is it just the time of the world that's not gonna happen? You of all people have been probably famous longer from your age to where the old you are now. Maybe just the Beatles, but they would have started around when they were 19 to where they are today. So how do you make it stand out? And is that even possible in today's market?
Well, I mean, everything, it's like a snow globe. It's all shaken up. You got to wait for it to settle, and then you attack it. So, life is what you get out, is what you put in. So you got to enjoy every living, breathing moment, right? So.
Well, more from a strategy point. So I know from a symbolic.
You got to take everything that comes your way, man. Everything, whether it's positive or negative, it's all positive because we are who we are because of who we were. And we learn from all the mistakes, and that makes it positive. And if you keep that attitude, you'll just keep driving with that and focusing on the positive stuff. You're never going to have good news that travels fast as bad news. You think of Justin Bieber. He did his music and stuff, and then all of a sudden he's doing drugs in Miami and peeing on guys off of bridges and doing all these crazy things. Did you know he had an album out during that time? No, nobody even cared. They cared more about watching him self-destruct. It's more entertaining. It's an artificial world. So once you learn that all that out there is fluff or artificial, and what you have when you come home at night and you look at your little kid and you look at your loved ones and you say, this is real. And you let them know that,
Yeah. So you're known as the media queen in Australia. What's your take on that? Is that possible?
I think we've been led to believe for a long time that bad news sells. And in an age of fight or flight, I think that's certainly the case. However, nowadays, more and more people are seeking out good news. Yep. They're seeking the truth.
It is.
And I think there's a lot we can do as individuals now to create good news with our social media. We have about 3 billion people now who are actively using social media. That's nearly half the world's population. Yeah. And we can create things like I created Good News Day last year. I've created Media Queen TV, all positive news. We can inspire people, lift people's spirits, help decrease depression and suicide rates with good news. And people are seeking it out. Most people I speak to don't watch the news anymore, the traditional mainstream news, because it's so negative. However, publicity can be used for good too. There's a lot of positive publicity out there, just not in the mainstream news. So it's a matter of how can we tap into that and create more of that. And create a better world where people are uplifted and have hope.
It does, man. It's
well
contagious
said, yeah.
like that. Well said.
Well said.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice one.